So we have some little bit of encouraging news today. A woman in Bangladesh by the name of Reshma, she was rescued today from the rubble of the Rana Plaza building. If you remember, the Rana Plaza building was a garment factory in Bangladesh that collapsed on April 24th. Now Reshma survived for the last 17 days in a small Muslim prayer room, or what they think was a Muslim prayer room. And she was able to survive for that long because she was able to find food and water that lasted her for the last 15 days. So she had 2 days of where she did not have food and water, but she was able to survive, which is absolutely amazing. The fact that she was able to be, I don't know if you'd say lucky, but she was lucky enough to be able to find food to survive. Now, despite this good news, and it is good news, the death toll, I mean, it's good news, but I'm going to contrast it with some of the bad news today. The fact that the death toll from Rana Plaza had reached 1,021 people. And that's out of the 3,000 people that were employed there. Ooh, it's one of the worst. It's being billed as the worst garment factory disaster. Now, we know that the Rana Plaza disaster, the collapse, was caused by bad engineering. In fact, there were engineers there before the collapse that checked out the place, found huge cracks in the foundation, and had told the owners, this is unsafe. Don't make your people come into work. This is going to collapse. Obviously, he didn't listen. The owner, Sohel Rana, who's now in jail, of course, he ignored the warnings and was apparently able to construct the building using illegal permits obtained through political favors. That sounds familiar. I wonder if any conservatives would be wanting to do something like that. Political favors to skirt the law. It's pretty obvious that this accident, as well as some of the other accidents that have happened in the fashion, in the garment making industry. A fire in Tazreen Fashions that killed 112 people. A very recent fire, the Tunghai Sweater Factory, also in Bangladesh. These could have been prevented. However, I really think it's the demand for cheap clothing here due to the bad economy and the willingness for places like Walmart and Sears to subcontract out to these various Bangladeshi factories. Because remember, the Tunghai Sweater Factory is the second largest garment maker behind China. So, I'm sure many Americans, upon learning, just exactly what is happening, wouldn't be against paying a few more cents or even a couple more dollars to buy clothing that they know is either made in America or made safely somewhere else. Now, I know that I personally, I would love to be able to spend a couple more dollars to bring those jobs back home. And I don't think there's any reason that we can't do that. But of course, corporations, multinationals, they want to make it the cheapest possible and sell it for the most. And we all know that. That is the sorry state of our capitalism. And it's more exploitation than it is capitalism. But getting back to the story, Reshma seems to be doing just fine, and happy to see something good come out of this Bangladeshi tragedy. And another good thing is that some of these suppliers, these big box stores, are actually looking to try to increase worker safety. And that's a good thing. Because really, it seems to take a tragedy in order for corporations and companies to be able to basically expand workers' rights. Remember the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory in the early 1900s, which led to a lot of labor reforms. So hopefully that's going to happen in India, and we're going to start seeing less people killed by workplace accidents. And here, well, remember we had the Texas explosion. So I think that America seems to be going backwards when it comes to workplace safety. And that's something that we really have to work on. And that's all I got for right now. Stay tuned for more videos. I'll be trying to make them throughout the week. And obviously, look forward to our show on Saturday nights where we live stream on Google Plus Hangouts. And follow us at TYT Community on Twitter. Go. Do it.